Hello, I'm Callie McCartney and I teach Introduction to Computer Science and AP Computer Science. So this is for class Introduction to Computer Science. All right, since I can't remember things, I wrote down what we're going to talk about. I need to play with this for a second. Okay. So a little bit about me is I have a beautiful baby. She's 18 months old and she loves going outside. Pretty much if we're outside, then she's happy. And that's great because we like to go outside anyway. So we like to go climbing and hiking and biking and anything outside. Um, I love teaching computer science because computers are just a really cool tool that allow me to do things that are hard for me. So being artistic or being perfect at something, being exact at something, um, and I think that's really fun. And I love giving students that creative tool to work with, and it helps them do the things that they want or need to do. So, okay, so some things that I want to show you are in classroom are some of the things. So let me grab a tab over here real quick. Okay, good. So in classroom, let's go to their main page. So their main page will look something like this where they'll have all their classes. I'm sure you've seen it before. I'm just in case anybody has missed anything. So let's just click on one of them. You know it's my class because you see baby Emma. And basically the stream, the first thing to come up, I think is almost useless. So I would go over to classwork. And then you can see 3 sections. Let me close that so it looks like 3 sections. So there's 1, 2, 3 sections. Assignments on top, and it goes newest on top. So when they go to classwork, the very first thing they should see is the last assignment. And then slide decks and resources. Slide decks is Google's presentation file. So this is all my presentations and just classroom resources. And then this would be like school information, like help desk and office hours and stuff like that. I actually wanted to, I'll move it. Okay. So I just want to show you some of the resources, and I kind of just added some of these, so they might be out of order. I might make them in a better order soon. But video tutorials are things like what I'm doing right now when I make video tutorials like this, and I'll save them. And it could be how to do anything on a computer. So any small skill, or it could be about an assignment. And I'll make those videos, and they'll all just kind of be in this folder right here. But I also attach them to the assignments where they're actually relevant. But if you're just looking for an old one or wondering something exists, that's there. And these are some slide decks that we've used so far. This is the one we're in right now. So if they say, like, if you're wondering with your student, what did you do in class today? The answer would be on their slide deck, because I can't do anything without looking at my list of things to remember. So it's got to be there if we did it. And some other directions and instructions. This one is more like school information. So we have the bell schedule and minor block info and help desk and logging into anything for class and some Chrome extensions that I thought were good, syllabus if you're curious, all those things, and then assignments. I want to show you quickly what one assignment might look like. So for example, this is what we did today. And if you view it, well, you're not going to see that page. Theirs is going to look something like this with some other stuff on the right. So here's directions straight from the slides that I give them. And then here's a document that has more directions and pictures. Here are some of the pictures from there that are just super helpful. So I attach them separately, a video of how to do it, and then my slide deck. So they can almost do it without being here if they're able to follow along. Or if they just know kind of how to work their computer initially anyway. And then they also have a rubric. So the rubric will show them before I grade it, it'll show them what they should be doing. So to get all the different amounts of points. Once I grade it, whatever points I gave them will be highlighted. So they'll know, oh, I did it this way instead of this way. And that's why I didn't get the full points. So the rubric is really nice. Okay, let's see what else I was going to tell you. Attachments, comments, view my work. Okay, comments, view my work. So on anything in classroom, they should be able to comment. It says class comments. That means everybody's going to see it. So if they think it'll be helpful for everyone. Otherwise, I don't think I have an example of that, but I don't have an example of what it will look like for the private comments, but they have seen it multiple times. You can ask them to show you. Yes. They can private comment to me on any assignment. So it'll automatically be attached to that assignment. And darn, I wish I had a picture of this. So in their classwork page at the top, instead of the create button like I have, they have a button that says view your work, and you can see all of their work and you can see what they've got on them. And if it has a little icon, then it means that they have a comment on it, and you can look right there and see their comments and my comments back and forth. One of your questions might be, how do I see their stuff in Google Classroom? You should be invited as a guardian at some point soon, if not already. And then you will be able to access that information somehow. I actually haven't seen how that works, and it's really hard to Google and find out how that works. So once we have some guardians, we'll get some videos of what that looks like and how that works, and hopefully we'll send them out to you guys. Okay. I know I missed something. Oh, okay. So I teach them or have them practice typing. I think it's a skill that they need to not take forever to get their work done, and not take forever to get work done when they have a job. So anyway, we go through a little bit of typing. It's kind of their warm up every day. And then to normally, well, in the past, sometimes I've had them do the speed test for me in class, but with half of them digital all the time, I just don't see how that's feasible. So I'm going to ask if you guys can, every once in a while, maybe like 2 or 3 times, watch them type something, and just make sure that they aren't looking at their hands. You can have them cover their hands if you want to. If you can tell if they're not looking at their hands, that's fine. And make sure that they're typing the right thing, and just fill out a little thing that says what they've done. And I have all the forms and everything. I just want you to be prepared that I might ask you to spend a few minutes with them doing that. And it might be fun if you, challenge them to go faster or whatever. And they can show you their typing website. It's got a game on it that you might want to challenge them at. It's kind of fun. Okay, so the units that we'll go over are Google Apps and just like general computing skills. That's where the typing comes in. So we'll do Google Docs, which is like Word, Google Slides, which is like PowerPoint, and Google Sheets, which is like Excel, also Google Drawings, maybe others. We do Gmail definitely, and Google Drive. Yeah. So all those different kinds of things. And a lot of that comes with just generally like how to function with your computer, just comes up a lot and on purpose. So that comes in with the first unit. The second unit is cybersecurity, and it's not as intense as it sounds. It's more like internet safety and good ideas for settings that you should use to keep your private information private, some hardware information about how the internet works, to know a little bit about why digital information is so different than physical information, and your digital presence is so different than your physical presence, and posting something online is so much different than just saying it in person. So that's a really interesting and important unit. And then programming is the third unit that we'll do. We'll learn a little bit of JavaScript and a little bit about how logic works, and understand a little bit more how computers work, and get them hopefully excited to take more computer science classes in the future. The main thing that I want you to get from this is that you can email me anytime. I guess you might want me to write that out. I'll put it up here and I'll make it look better later. But callie.mccartney@bishopminogue.org. So you can't see the rest of it, but it's the same as the other teachers. So callie.mccartney. Anything. I mean, the worst I can say is, gee, that's not that important. I don't have time. But most of the time, I can't imagine. I mean, I've never said that before. So anything that you need for your child, please just let me know. Yeah, I try to do anything that I could possibly do. And if you're interested in how grading works, I know every class is different, and everything looks different in all the classes, and I know that's got to be confusing. I'm mostly just doing class assignments. I mean, that's the majority of everything in this class, in-class assignments. They should be able to follow along. I show them how to do it 4 billion times. I have all the videos posted on the assignments. If they miss it from me, they can ask me for help, anything that they need. The assignments aren't even due for at least a couple of days after they do it in class. So I give them extra time just built into my system. So if they go home and they decide that they needed help afterwards, they can decide that. They can watch the videos. They can ask me whatever they need to do and then turn it in. So if they're absent, that time's kind of built in there already. They can probably already finish it by the due date. But let me know if they can't. Let me know ahead of time, and I'll make a plan with them, and we'll say for sure, okay, you should be caught up by this day. Everything before that is okay to be late. We'll make a plan. I think I told you about the typing already, so that's another types of assignments is I get them to do some typing lessons. And quizzes. Quizzes are normally a participation type of thing for me. So I can't tell if their brains are on. They can, trick me on that. Sometimes a lot of times they look like their brains are not on, and they are. And so I'm wrong. And sometimes the other way around. So I give them little quizzes here and there to make sure that they're paying attention and they know about them ahead of time. If it's a pop quiz, it's probably not graded. So they know about them ahead of time. And then if it's any sort of more than just a participation quiz, then we have practiced it multiple times. We probably took practice quizzes in class. We probably went over it a million times, and you can see it from the slide deck. You'll see every day us going over the same thing over and over again, and then we took a quiz on it. So those ones might be less multiple choice, more fill in the blank, but still they really should have known and practiced that already. So nothing ever surprise, like surprise, all of a sudden you have to do 50 billion things on a test. No, we will not have that. Occasionally we might have a bigger test, but that's more rare. And I don't assign separate homework unless it's something small that just can't do in the classroom, like the typing sign off, or maybe if they have to take a picture. Sometimes I have them take a picture of something internet related, like their router or some equipment that they might have at their house, so that we can all see the difference, or it was just an exercise for them to go and see their equipment at their house, to make the information we talk about in class more relatable. I think that's it. I usually rely on parents during this time to ask me questions and let me know what they want to know. So if you have any questions, you can email me. Please, please, please let me know. If it's a question that lots of people have, I'll try and maybe email everybody the answer. But yeah, I hope that they have fun. I'm excited. They all seem like they're having fun so far. So let me know if you need anything. Thank you.